Richard Deacon, also known as Human Fly, has been affiliated with Savage 6 and Sinister 16. His notable aliases include Fly. His abilities include superhuman strength and agility, flight via sharp wings, wall crawling, compound eyes, and acid vomit.
Richard Deacon, born in Newark, New Jersey, was a small-time criminal who was shot by the police and left for dead after an unsuccessful kidnapping attempt which was foiled by Spider-Man. Stumbling into the laboratory of Dr. Harlan Stillwell, whose brother Farley Stillwell created the Scorpion for J.J. Jameson, Deacon coerces the scientist into saving his life.
Overhearing an offer Jameson made with Stillwell to fund the creation of a new superhero, Deacon insists he be the subject of the experiment. Stillwell imprints the genetic coding of a housefly onto Deacon, empowering him and healing him of his bullet wounds.
Deacon then kills Harlan Stillwell after he served his purpose and uses his newfound powers to further his criminal ambitions. He first uses Jameson as bait to get revenge on Spider-Man. Due to his inexperience, the Fly is no match for him and is defeated.
Sometime later, the Fly begins to display fly-like tendencies like eating garbage. He also develops physical mutations, including facet eyes. The Fly attacks Spider-Man after Spencer Smith handcuffed him, along with Jameson, to a bomb.
Fly hurls the two from the rooftop and leaves them for dead. Once freed from the shackle, Spider-Man tries to stop the Fly from stealing an art exhibit, but the criminal knocks him down and escapes. Soon afterward, the police catch the Fly using S.H.I.E.L.D. equipment.
Traveling to Los Angeles, the Fly seeks out Dr. Carl Malice, who confirms that his powers are fading and he will soon be powerless. Malice recommends that he get a new set of powers using a blood transfusion from another super being, which would most conveniently be the locally operating Spider-Woman.
With his powers already at less than a third their usual strength, however, he is unable to defeat her and is apprehended. Afterwards, Malice uses some of the Fly's DNA to temporarily mutate Scotty McDowell into the similarly powered Hornet. The Fly is freed from prison and his powers restored by untold means.
He subsequently battles Moon Knight, leaving the hero temporarily paralyzed, and again seeks revenge against Jameson and Spider-Man. Partnered with the Black Cat, Spider-Man once more defeats the Fly. Over time, Deacon's mutation increases.
After escaping from a mental institution, Deacon is killed by a scourge of the underworld, who was disguised as a sanitation worker while trying to take revenge on Spider-Man. The Human Fly is among the 18 criminals that were murdered by the scourge of the underworld, to be resurrected by Hood using power of Dormammu, as a part of the squad assembled to eliminate the Punisher.
He now has acidic vomit that can melt steel and wings strong enough to deflect cannon fire and sharp enough to cut a dump truck in two. The Fly, now craving human flesh, devours a prostitute in a private room and then fights a group of armed guards who burst in, vomiting deadly acid on them.
When he assaults another woman in the hallway, the Punisher confronts him. Punisher uses his knife to cut one of Human Fly's wings in half. A group of his fellow criminals, disguised as Avengers from another time and place, intervene as Birdman manages to get the Human Fly to safety.
His wing regenerates rather quickly. He battles the Punisher again with Letha and Lascivious, but is defeated when the Punisher throws him into Lascivious. The Human Fly is apprehended by Agent Venom, but he is able to escape a prisoner transport to the raft. When the Hobgoblin attacks the transport, trying to kill the Human Fly for stealing money from the Kingpin.
Human Fly is later recruited by the Third Crime Master to become a member of his Savage Six. He is then hired by Boomerang and Owl to become a member of the Sinister 16.
The second Human Fly was a young man of unknown identity who was severely injured during a car crash. His abilities include Master Aerialist, Stuntman, Hand-to-Hand Combat, and Gymnast, Enhanced Endurance, and the use of specialized gadgets.
After a long hospitalization, including a number of reconstructive surgeries in which most of his skeleton was replaced by steel, he took on the masked identity of the Human Fly. As the Human Fly, he performed daredevil stunts to benefit various charities, especially those helping children with disabilities.
His activities often drew him into conflict with criminals, who were often seeking to rob the charity events at which he performed. Additionally, he drew the attention of Spider-Man, who thought he might be the criminal of the same name.